What's going on, everyone? Welcome. It's TKG, the Kiwi Gunner here, and we've got Arsenal back in the Premier League again. We are facing off against the bottom of the table, Wolverhampton. They are winless. They are dreadful. They've been dreadful so far this season. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. We are looking to bounce back after a disappointing defeat against Aston Villa last weekend. We got a good victory against Club Bruges midweek with Madueke and Martinelli stealing the show that day. Raya played well as well. He kept the clean sheet. And we got the players that are coming out onto the pitch. Chelsea played earlier on and cut our lead down to 5 when it comes to them. But the big problem is Man City, just 2 points behind us. They play tomorrow against Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park. So we're going to need some hope from Crystal Palace. But if we win our game today, that's all we need to do, really, to end the weekend off on a high note. Or end the week off on a high note. As you can see, the starting lineup right there next to me. Big news, William Saliba is back in the lineup after missing out the last few weeks with injury. He is a big addition to this team that we keep losing people, but it looks like we're getting them back at the moment. So Raya's in goal. Ricardo Calafiori is suspended due to his booking against Aston Villa, and Lewis Skelly did play midweek, but he's not playing today. So it's Yuri and Timber who's filling in at left back today. Apart from that, it's the usual suspects up top, Zubimendi and Rice starting again. It would have been nice to give Zubimendi a rest. There were a lot of talks about Eze and Odegaard potentially starting against this Wolves team in midfield. And that would have given us a lot of creativity, but then maybe would have left us a little thin when it came to the holding position. Martinelli's starting on the left wing. He's been in good form recently. Saka, as always, one of the best players at the club. And Gyökeres is starting for the second game running. Jesus is on the bench. He had a good cameo against Club Bruges. I didn't do a video on Club Bruges, just some work to be done elsewhere, and also I just couldn't really make the time for that game. But the big one's here right now, and it's the Premier League. That's, at the end of the day, that's priority number one, right? We want to win the Premier League. Wolverhampton look like, don't really know much about Wolves this season. I think they've lost some key players over the years. Nelson Semedo, Mateus Cunha. I think some big Portuguese players were coming in and out. Looks like Jose Sá's is he been dropped, or is Johnston just their starting goalkeeper now? On the bench, they don't really have many recognized. They got their own Mosquera though. They don't really have their own recognized key players. And the reality in the Premier League is, if you keep selling off your best players and you fail to replace them, you're going to be in the position that Wolves are. We're not going to be making any big predictions. We all know the Premier League. We all know anything can happen. We don't want to say that we're going to win this game 4-0 and smash Wolves, and then some crazy stuff happens. So you don't want to risk stuff like this. Again, this is a big game for us. Put everything on the line out here. Beat Wolves. It'd be good if we'd be 3-4 up at halftime, and then maybe we can bring on Jesus, Nwaneri, give some key players a rest again. But let's see. And then we got a week off until the Everton game next weekend away at Everton. So this is a big one. On the bench for Arsenal, Trossard is back on the bench. Of course, Gabriel Jesus, Ethan Nwaneri, I was going to say Mikel Arteta. Mikel Merino, Odegaard's back on the bench. Norgard, who did quite decent against Club Brugge. Lewis Skelly and Kepa. Referee's just about to kick us off here. I should probably get this going as well. There we go. Time is good to go, and we're good to go. So it looks like I did say Timber was playing left back, but I think Hincapié's the one who's playing left back, and Saliba's just slotted into the left centre back position, and Timber's back at the right centre back. So I mean, it makes more sense now. Of course, all the First 11 images, or the websites kept putting Timber at left wing. I don't think Timbers plays left wing. And good positive start from Arsenal. Here's Declan Rice. Puts the ball in and it's blocked. Wolves losing a free kick to Arsenal here. So Wolves losing 4-1 to Man United in their last game. Man United aren't in the best of form right now, and if you know, a Premier League team comes to your stadium and whops you 4-1, then you know surely some things are wrong at your club at the moment, and they are odds on to go down. I think they equaled the worst start in the Premier League season. I mean, they just can't win games. They can't keep clean sheets, and they can't score goals. You know, and it's, you know, saying all that, we know what I'm saying. We don't want to jinx anything. We got all our big boys in the box here. Declan Rice is gonna whip this one in. Maybe go for it, Declan Rice. It's early in the game. Why not? Go for it, whip it in, unless it's indirect. I'm not sure, really. Not the best free kick from Declan Rice. Doesn't go past the first man. So Saliba and Timber have every right to moan that we ran all the way up the pitch and you deliver us that ball. Arsenal fans are in good moods. We're top of the table. Top of the Premier League table, top of the Champions League table. All but guaranteed of a top 8 finish in the Champions League. We've got a tough game coming up against Inter Milan away in January. And then it's home against Kairat. So if we can... Gyökeres seems a little upset there with the referee. Ball went out for a corner kick. He's just saying that maybe it's, goal kick, yeah. He's saying that maybe it came off a Wolverhampton player. And then the ball over the top, finding Gabriel. And Gabriel tried to nudge it to Gyökeres, but Eze was there as well, and it's cleared out. Wang finding and some space here for Wolverhampton up in the Arsenal area. I mean, it's the Premier League, right? And there's no easy games in the Premier League. Every game is a tough game. But when you're playing at home against bottom of the table, it's not far-fetched to expect a comfortable victory, right? And I think the key for us this season, the Premier League, to win the Premier League, we need to have a near-perfect home record. And the ball's going to go back to Raya. So home record needs to be undisputed. We've only drawn to Man City at home, and we've only conceded to Man City in that 1-1 draw earlier in the season, and a 4-1 victory against Tottenham when Richarlison scored that, wonder goal. So you need to have a spotless home record, because you keep this spotless home record, intact, and guess what? All our big games have been away from home so far this season. We've only played Man City at home. We've played Chelsea away. We've played Villa away. We've played Liverpool, Man United away. Sure, we've got Tottenham as well. Oh, Martinelli's going down here, clutching his face. I'm not sure what Doherty did here. I mean, yeah, there's nothing intentional in there. I don't even think he hit his face properly. Doherty's been here a while, hasn't he? In the Premier League, at Wolves as well. He's just saying he hit me in the face with the elbow. I don't quite think that he did use his elbow. I think maybe just a stray hand, but again, nothing intentional there. Don't know if the referee's given us a free kick here as well. So Declan Rice has another opportunity to whip the ball in. Good to see Saliba back. And hopefully stays back. Because if you have one of Gabriel or Saliba in your defence against either Chelsea or Aston Villa, I think we don't drop those points. Saliba to Saka. Saka ball, threaded ball to Hincapi. He brings the ball in and corner. Ooh, good play there from the defenders, linking up quite well. Saliba to Saka, and then Hincapi making a good run onside there, and he does well to find Timber. So it's all the defenders linking up there, and then Wolverhampton failed to clear the ball, and it's a corner kick now to Arsenal. We've scored more open goals recently, so maybe the narrative about us being set piece FC is kind of dwindling away. It'd be good to bring it back with a goal here today. No, right now, corner from Saka. It's a short one to Eze. Eze, good maneuver there. Zubimendi trying to find Martinelli, but Wolverhampton just clear their lines. We still have a ball here with Zubimendi, who's been a workhorse. Zubimendi and Declan Rice, they've done quite well. Touch wood, they stay like that. Mikel is putting a lot of stress on Zubimendi, starting him in the games. And Saka, ball in, and Timber's there, but that head has gone over. Free header for Timber here. No, he does well to get away from his man. Good ball. And then ideally you want somebody like Gyökeres in that position to get that header on goal, but good start from Arsenal here. We are poking, trying to find many more chances. I think I was on a tangent before. I was talking about something, right? Yeah, I was talking about a home form. Yeah, so all the big teams are set to come to the Emirates in the second half of the season, starting with Aston Villa and at the end of the month, or it's start of January. I'm not quite sure. So we just need to keep a home form. And Hincapi does well. Did look like he was obstructed there, but the referee says play on. Hincapi's been very lively so far. I mean, we're down to bare bones in defensive positions. So if I was Arteta, which clearly we're not, but if I was Mikel, I would have started Lewis Skelly today, given him some minutes, and maybe rested played Hincapi and maybe rested Timber. Saka's being pulled on all sorts here. Surprising, referee hasn't blown. Well, he has blown now. Yeah, so it's a free kick now again to Arsenal. We're getting a lot of free kicks in these positions near the touchline. We just need to put a proper delivery in. So I remember against Tottenham, I think it was, Saka put in a couple of good deliveries. So it's Declan Rice taking this one. It's going to be third attempt for Declan Rice. Gyökeres really want. Oh, that's a lovely delivery, but I just couldn't get. I think it was Saliba there. Ben White. Dangerous ball from Ben White for Declan Rice, and Wolverhampton have a chance here. Here's Hwang. I know a couple of Wolves players. I can just look at them, recognize them. Hwang and I think Strand Larson, who started the season off quite well, scoring goals left, right, and centre. I think there were other Premier League clubs linked to him, and ended up staying at Wolves. I think Newcastle were interested in him, and they ended up going for Voltemada and Wissa. So Wolves just have possession of the ball. They're not going to be very sparing for them, so they're going to have possession sparingly. So it's make use of it while you have it. I don't think we're going to be giving up possession here. It's gone over the top, and they've lost the ball. It's going to be a throw into Arsenal. Hincapi to Saliba. Eze. Oof, too much on that for Saka. Forgot to talk about the other games so far today. So Chelsea beat Everton at home. Chelsea back to winning ways after many. I think since they beat Barcelona, they drew to us. They lost to Leeds. They drew to Bournemouth, and then they lost to Atalanta. So 4 winless games, and it was Cole Palmer starting and scoring for them. So they're back to winning ways. Liverpool back to winning ways as well. Ekitike scoring 2 goals. I mean, Ekitike just looks like the signing, isn't he? I mean, when you compare them to Isak just hasn't found his footing yet at that club. And the big news in that is Salah coming on, and Salah coming on quite early in that game. So Gomez went off injured in the 26th minute, Joe Gomez, and then Salah coming on, and he ended up getting an assist. So it looks like Salah and Slot have made up for the explosive interview from last weekend. And then Fulham beat Burnley 3-2. Smith Rowe scoring in that game. Always good to see Smith Rowe scoring. So the table as it looks like, we need to win clearly. If we draw and Man City win tomorrow, they will go top. Just based on they're gonna have a better goal difference if they win, definitely. Liverpool up to 6th place, so they are about 8 points behind us, and Chelsea are in 4th place, 6 points behind us. And Burnley and Wolves are dreadful in bottom place, but Burnley are also looking like they're losing some space between themselves and 17th place, with Nottingham Forest and West Ham picking up wins, Leeds picking up some form recently. So it does look like at the moment you would guarantee there's a chance. Gyökeres was in the box, he goes down, and Wolverhampton clear it. Yeah, so if you're gonna guarantee something, you gotta think that Wolves 100% going down. I would say Burnley are probably 50% going down, and then it's just a toss-up between West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Leeds. Brentford are getting pulled back in there, and so are Bournemouth. Bournemouth, who started the season off very well, are suddenly all the way in 14th place, only 7 points off the relegation places. And Newcastle are going to climb up the ladder as the season goes on. They're only 3 points off Man United in 7th. And clearly, you expect Tottenham to also come into form as well. As we look at the games tomorrow, so Crystal Palace at home against Man City. Let's hope for something there. Nottingham Forest at home against Tottenham. Sunderland at home against Newcastle. Is that the Tyne-Wear derby? That's going to be very, very good game. I don't know. Timing's off for me. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. I don't think so I'll be watching that, but it'd be quite an interesting game to cover. Do a little watch-along for. They're not really our rivals, but it is a derby, and we haven't had one since when? 2017, 2018? We haven't had one of those. West Ham at home against Aston Villa, and then Brentford at home against Leeds. And then the next day, Man United against Bournemouth, and oh my god, excuse me. Man United at home against Bournemouth, and Man United are picking up some form. Bournemouth are in terrible form at the moment. So just stop and play here with a Wolverhampton player going down in their own box, clutching his face, potential. Just doing a concussion protocol, it seems like. The thing with these Wolverhampton players is that they would look to avoid having the worst Premier League record. Gareth Edwards, I think that's the manager coming into Wolverhampton, and interesting as well because he was at Middlesbrough, and Middlesbrough were in second place when they left. They're still in second place. They are 7 points off of Preston, who are in the playoff positions. So it's one of those things. Maybe it was a paycheck. Maybe it was guarantee from the Wolverhampton board saying that, hey, we get relegated this year, come here. You can stay with Middlesbrough, risk potentially going out of form in the second half of the season, not getting the automatic playoff positions, maybe not even getting promoted. Or come to us, get a bigger paycheck, stay the season, do the best you can. Obviously, have a respectable season. Don't be relegated with the record points total or the lowest points total. If we get relegated, which probably we will, we'll keep you next season. We'll have the parachute payments. We'll keep some of the players. We'll add to these players, and then we'll be back up. Hopefully, you're guaranteed. Maybe they said you're guaranteed to have a job until next season. Here's Saka. He's done well. Byline. Ball is whipped in, and it's Declan Rice. Not enough power on the header, and it was going wide anyway. Again, every time the ball is delivered into the box, I want to see Gyökeres going for it, and it was just too high for Gyökeres. And it fell to Rice, but again, just not enough power on that header. Free kick against us, against Timber. Let's look at that. I mean, it's just mistimed his tackle, couldn't get the ball. It is a foul. So Wolverhampton now with a chance to deliver the ball into the box. Wolverhampton were a bit of a bogey team for us when they were first promoted with Nuno Espirito Santos. I think they not famously, but they did beat us back in that the post-COVID season when we got a David Luiz sent off controversially and Bernd Leno sent off for a silly touching the ball outside his areas. I think we ended up losing that game. I think it was 2-1. Lovely ball from Saka to Ben White, and it's going to go up for a corner. Saka and Ben White linking up there. Is it a corner? It's not a corner, is it? They didn't give a corner. No, it's offside. And yeah, Ben White was offside. Yeah, so they beat us that season, and then recently we've done quite well against them. It's always a tough place to go. Molineux. I think one of the games I remember from Molineux was many years ago when Shamak scored there. We ended up winning 2-0. Don't know if it was Shamak and Van Persie scoring. It was a lifetime ago. It felt like 2009 or 2010 that season. I think they were relegated that year. They were out of the Premier League for quite a while, and then they came back, and looks like they will be leaving again. Haven't really seen Gyökeres get involved much. I think regardless of what happens in this game, Jesus will get a chance to come in. Zubimendi just taking too long with the ball, but we should have it back. Hincapi, Martinelli, and Hincapi will have it back. Oof. Throw into Arsenal. So nothing happening too far. I mean, a lot of people expect this to be a routine win. As we said earlier, in the Premier League, there's no such thing as a certain win. Definitely, this game should come close to it with the way they're playing this season, Wolverhampton. And with Saliba back, with basically all our attackers back except for Havertz is possibly the only attacker that's injured right now. And and then of course Max Dowman, but he's technically not part of the first team, is he? But again, we want more of the same as what happened with Club Brugge. Get a good professional win out of the way, 3-0. Not much to ask for in that. And then no injuries as well. It's a little trip there from Huang on Timber. Free kick. Got a Christmas tree set up in the back there. There we go. I made some changes to the lineup as well. Put some numbers in there. It's still early times. We're making a lot of changes, improving quality of life changes for the viewers. You know. Yeah. Maybe we can frame some of these shirts. Maybe get some of the classic shirts out. By classic, I mean like 2010 onwards. Currently afford all the Arsenal shirts back when I was little. I think I've got a 1989 away kit, the yellow one, or Eze dawdling with the ball and Zubimendi's there to clear up. Eze's been a little off form recently, and ball over the top from Ben White going all the way back to Johnson. Showing the Wolverhampton supporters. I like their fluffy Santa Claus hats, the yellow Santa Claus caps they've got on. I mean, it would be a miracle if they survive relegation from this point onwards. It would be one of the great escapes. What happened there? Handball? Martinelli's not happy about something. High boot. Again, I mean, his boot's nowhere near Doherty's face, so he's just milking it. But yeah, whatever. For a high boot, I guess. Martinelli, midweek, becoming the first Arsenal player to score in 5 straight Champions League matches. And he scored that great goal against Club Brugge. Madueke as well, scoring a couple of goals, but his first goal was very, very good. Champions League Goal of the Week contender, that one. Arsenal Goal of the Month contender also. And again, Ben White trying to find Saka. Some of these balls they've put too much on it. They expect too much from Saka. Saka's not Flash Gordon, guys. Come on. As expected, we've got the possession stats, but look at that. It's a mixture of youth and experience on the stands here. The Arsenal fans. I was at a calendar shop because, of course, this time of the year, you know, all the calendar stands come out at the mall, and there's a nice collector's edition Arsenal one where you can, once the month is over, you can rip them out and then frame them up if you want, the pieces of calendar or the pages. And they were out of stock. And I asked the lady, I said, do you have too much on it from Martinelli to Hincapi? And just need to focus a little bit, guys. Not really clicked this first half. No shots on target. 2 wayward headers. Gyökeres, Eze, Saka, Martinelli. Attack hasn't really gotten into the game. We have the possession stats, but wayward ball to find Ben White. Saka, here we go. Saka doing well here, Saka. Lovely from Saka. Ball in. coming off a Wolverhampton player. That's good to see. Some positive play. Yeah, so I was at the... No, let's just watch the replay. Saka did well to get into the box here, and then he just headed out by, I think that's Andre. So couldn't find an Arsenal player there, Saka, but lovely, lovely play. Next level dribbling from Saka. Yeah, so they had, mind you, they had plenty of the Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Man United calendars, but no Arsenal. Lady said they're all sold out. Another stand at a different mall had one, so maybe if I've got time, I can go to that mall as well. They did look like they had 3 or 4 pieces, so hopefully they're not sold out. Zubimendi trying to play the ball over the top to Gyökeres, and Hwang is through here. Be careful not to commit a foul, guys. Hwang shot right at David Raya. Oh, guys, what are we doing? Risky passes, and... So Zubimendi tried to dink it to Gyökeres, and then the Wolverhampton player just headed it back, and Hwang had all the space. Arsenal did well. Timber did well to get back and put him off. And of course, Raya, you know, good save by Raya. Straight at him, but good save regardless. So the first shot of the target goes to Wolverhampton. Sleeping there at the back. I'm not sure why all our players were up. I don't know where Saliba and where Saliba was in that. Again, they're trying to play that ball over the top to Gyökeres, but he's not making the space for himself. There's Hincapi, Martinelli, Rice. If it keeps going like this, I think Mikel Arteta is going to be lighting a fire under their backsides at half-time, because they've really been complacent here so far. Here's Saka. The only player who looked like he wants to do something. He's got a captain's armband on. Finds Eze again, just a 1-2 not coming out. Eze does well. Eze, Timber, cross in, little too high, and I think Johnson's gonna get it. Camera's on Ben White here. Oh no, what's going on? Is it a tactical change? Or is Ben White has just signaled to the bench that he wants to come off? And Kepi does well. Plays it through to Gyökeres. The Wolverhampton player's going down, clutching his face, and Gyökeres' pass cross is straight to Johnson. Mascara's going down here for Wolverhampton. I don't understand footballers these days. Gyökeres cross. Oh my god, I can't watch this, man. These footballers are going down like butterflies. So Ben White it is an injury concern with Ben White. He's just down at the moment. Lewis Skelly, is it here? Yeah, during the Hwang chance, he's just holding his thigh. Arteta's just telling them all, hey guys, listen, this is not Club Brugge, this is not Aston Villa. This is your easiest game in, well, arguably your easiest game this whole season. Go out there and you have 15 minutes, put in a good performance, while Lewis Skelly's gonna be coming on here for Ben White. And it looks like if Lewis Skelly's coming on for Ben White, then so finishing off a game without any injuries, that's going out the window. Ben White, he is walking off, so we hope that he'll just be out for a couple of days. I think the message is clear with these Arsenal players. If you feel something, anything, just signal and then come off. You know, we don't want to exacerbate injuries. So he's just gone straight down the tunnel, possibly to have the medical team to look at him. So with Lewis Skelly coming on, so we're probably going to go back to the traditional back four that we have. So Timber's going to come out to right back. Hincapi's going to slot in at centre back. Saliba's going to go back to his right-hand side. And Lewis Skelly's going to come in at left back. possibly started Ben White to give him some more minutes as he hasn't played much this season, but let's see. Disappointing to get another injury, and again in defense. That's the worst part, isn't it? Again, Mosquera's been taken off here to deal with that horrendous hit in the face by Gyökeres. He's still recovering. Gyökeres did well in that though. He used his strength against Mosquera and he put the ball in, but it was too close to Johnson for Saka to do anything really. Hincapié does well. Lewis Skelly's first player of the game. He does well there, Skelly. Lovely from Lewis Skelly. Very good. And here we go, Martinelli. He's got players around him. He's got Declan Rice. Too much on it for Declan Rice, and it's going to go out for a corner, but come on, Martinelli. Lewis Skelly did extremely well there. He's just on a matter of seconds, and he does well to niggle his way out of. And are they saying that Declan Rice is off there? Could potentially be off, but I don't think it was a tight one, that. But it's going out for a corner now. Here's Declan Rice. Short corner to Lewis Skelly. Saka, go for it, mate. Outside the... blocked from Wolverhampton. David Raya to Hincapié. Ball back in. Gonna go out for a goal kick. They're claiming a corner that it came off of Wolverhampton players. I think the referee's given it. David Raya coming up to the centre line to play the ball to Hincapié, who whips it in. And it does come off Andre, so it should be a corner. It is another corner. Yeah, so it comes off a Wolverhampton player. I don't think Johnston knew about that because he just let that ball go out. I mean, just catch it, mate. That's what happens when you try to waste time. Declan Rice, delivery, and Martinelli at the far post. He's just standing under it, so the ball's always going to go high in the air. Lovely delivery, and he doesn't even jump. He just stands his ground. It's like a cannon header into the air, straight across goal. You don't want this to be one of those games where you go into the last 10 minutes and it's still 0-0. Saliba does well. Hincapié. Lewis Skelly. It's back to Raya. Saliba. Raya. Trying to find Declan Rice. Gomez is pressuring him, and Gomez has won it back. Lewis Skelly does well. Good introduction by Lewis Skelly. He's striding down the field here. Declan Rice. He's got Lewis Skelly. He goes to Zubimendi. Timber. Saka. Zubimendi back to Eze. Saliba. Just keeping the ball at the moment, trying to patiently passing along the back line, trying to find an opportunity. Here's Hincapié. Wolverhampton just sitting back. Oh, I need to have my coffee. Eze, Saka. Oof, be careful there, mate. Almost tripped there. You don't want an awkward trip for any of our players. Martinelli. Threaded ball to Lewis Skelly. He just couldn't get the ball to Zubimendi. Throw in Arsenal. Wolverhampton clear it. Lewis Skelly. Nine minutes to go. Eze to Saka. Ball in. Oh. So Gyökeres missed that ball and Martinelli came flying in and he hit it across goal as well. Saka. He's onside. Lovely ball across the goal. Gyökeres can't get there and it's gone across the face of goal for Martinelli again. No, sorry, no, it hasn't. It's been deflected. It does look like it went across the face of goal. Declan Rice, ball in. Johnston punches it, and it's Martinelli with us. Getting there, we're getting closer. Johnston mistimes his punch. Gyökeres is held back, can't get there, and then falls to Martinelli, just hits it wide. I mean, the yawning is probably early morning, lack of coffee, but also because it's been a pretty boring game as well. Free kick, here we go, let's go. Let's have a lead before half time. Declan Rice, ball over the top. Saka, is he going to keep it in? He's not going to be able to keep it in. I like the effort though. He tried to keep it in. Here we go, Zubimendi to Lewis Skelly. Saliba. Oh, balls, oof. Balls all over the place there, and Gyökeres couldn't get it, Eze couldn't get it, and then Saka gets us a throw-in. Again, Gyökeres is not happy with something. He's been pretty angry so far. So Declan Rice with a long throw-in. I mean, have we had any of these work out for us this season so far? This would be Mendy, last man. Trip there from Hwang, but nothing really benefiting us. Mendy back to Rice. Eze needs to get involved here. You're the creative player today. Saka back to Zubimendi. They want a ball over the top. Martinelli signaling for it, but it's going to... it's gone to the goalkeeper over Wolverhampton. I mean, what we need to do here is, get the ball to Martinelli and Saka, and they need to whip more crosses in. It's been dangerous that the few crosses we've whipped in, or the few balls we've put into the box have been quite dangerous. We just need to keep doing that, but we're not doing that. Zubimendi's playing a through ball over the top, trying to find Saka. Wolverhampton up the field here in the halfway line. Free kick? Nope, no free kick. Looked like a free kick to Wolves, but nope. Here's Timber. Over the top to Gyökeres. It's going to go up for a goal kick. Gyökeres looks like he's slimmed down a bit since his injury. I remember first few games of the season, he was like... So 6 attempts, none on target for us so far. Almost half time. With no shots on target for us. We've had chances, but just not finding a clear-cut chance. My Lewis Kelly's been very bright since coming on. Saliba, Timber, to Saka. Saka, come on, get to the byline. There we go. Good ball to Timber. Crosses in, but it's blocked. And deflected goes back, and the deflection goes back to Johnson. Puts the ball in. We should have enough players to cover this, and Hincapi does well. It is it back to Raya. Here we go. Restart. 3 minutes and... Well, not going to really add any time on. 3 minutes until half-time. Be pretty disappointed half-time. Wolves will be quite pleased that they've limited us to just 6 shots and none on target. Eze. Good from Eze. Saliba. Here we go. Martinelli whipped a cross in. He does whip the cross in, but it goes straight to a Wolverhampton player. But good. We need to put the ball into the box. That's what we need to do. And that was what? Agbadu. Agbadu. Declan Rice. No long throw-ins, mate. Come on. Lewis Skelly, give him a short option. I guess I'm going to be putting the ball... Nope. Good to Martinelli. And it's giving it away to a Wolverhampton player. Just frustrating. That's all. And Raya does well. Here we go. Hincapi. One last chance before half-time. I think at halftime, is Mikel going to give this current team, 5-10 minutes? Or is he going to make changes, bring on Odegaard, bring on Jesus? Well, maybe not Jesus just yet, but maybe bring on Odegaard. Saka. Zubimendi. Back to Saka. Oh, it's... Oof. Going out for a throw. Long throw from Declan Rice. Oh, that battery died on that light. Zubimendi, Eze, Rice, ball. Not the best delivery from Rice. Declan Rice needs a rest, man. Just take him off. I mean, he'll have a week off, so let's give him that. He'll have a week off. Saliba, Zubimendi, Eze. Timber. Eze. He wants to do the long. He wants to do the ball over the top, doesn't he? Saliba, Lewis Skelly, Martinelli, clipped foul. So 4 minutes added on. It's probably for all the players going down, holding their heads. Trossard's on the bench as well, so we've got options off the bench, don't we? Odegaard, Trossard, Jesus, Marino. Declan Rice. Another free kick opportunity. Again, set piece FC strike. Let's go, Declan Rice. Oh, much better ball. Johnson was going to get there, but his player blocked him. Eze over the top. Saliba still bouncing around. They do clear the ball eventually. Totti over the top trying to find Huang, but Saliba, we need numbers back. They've got, is that Mosquera out on the wing? He wants the ball. Oh, it's a trip by Hincapi. And but Declan Rice is there to clear it. And it's going to be a free kick to us. Oh, wow, mate. These are dangerous. Hincapi slipping and almost giving Wolverhampton a chance. They don't end up taking any shots. And look at that. Totti just flying into the air. And here's the chance. So I think that's Larson. And then it's blocked. And then, so Hincapi just dives down. He does initially slip when he's about to clear. But then he does do a good dive to block that shot from Strand Larson. And then the ball falls to Declan Rice. He just clears it. Martinelli. Couple minutes left. One more big chance before half time. Rice to Martinelli to Hincapi. Nope, not Hincapi. Lewis Skelly just dinks the ball into the air. Martinelli. Hincapi. Martinelli taking it quick, not waiting for Declan Rice to get back for the long throw. And Martinelli. Okay, now come in. Do a long throw. Looks like some of the Arsenal fans have already left their seats to get their halftime snack. Wolverhampton fans looking on eagerly. They'd take a draw right now. They would take a draw today. But they've had the more of the dangerous chances, haven't they? Ball cleared out. Zubimendi's there, and Zubimendi does well. He does well again, and Saka does well as well. Here's Zubimendi. Pulled. Zubimendi looked like he was pulled down. Referee not giving a foul for that one. And that's half-time. Half-time. What's a half-time thoughts? Pretty disappointing first half from Arsenal. No shots on target at home against bottom of the table Wolverhampton. So some changes need to be made at half-time. Mikel Arteta needs to have a talk with the team just to get the intensity up a little bit. We're not really finding the space. Gyökeres is not finding any space. Eze has been subpar today. Just looking at the lineup now. Raya's done well. I think the defense overall have done quite well. Ben White having to come off yet another injury. Hopefully just a precaution. Lewis Skelly coming on, and Lewis Skelly instantly probably being man of the match so far, even though he's played half of that first half. Rice, Zubimendi, Rice with a lot of opportunities with free kicks, long throw-ins, corners. Nothing coming to us. Martinelli's had the most chances. But his shots, every shot that he's had has just been wide of goal. Need to get Gyökeres and Eze more involved in the game, and I guess we're going to be seeing some changes at halftime. But apart from that, guys, we're just going to take a little break. If you do come, don't leave. We will be back momentarily. I'm just going to take a little break. So pretty disappointing first half from Arsenal. The big chances all coming to Wolverhampton, to be honest. Or the big chance of the first half, the one-on-one with that fell to Huang, and he hit it straight at David Raya. They're just showing us highlights of the first half. I mean, some dangerous balls from Saka. But really, Wolves are defending pretty deep, and we're making, as you can see, as you can't see clearly. If you're watching the game, you can't see that 42% of our threat has been down Saka's wing. I mean, Wolves they're not attacking, we have the occasional break. I think maybe we bring on Odegaard. I think you need somebody like Odegaard just to unlock that pass somewhere in there. Look, Tim Sherwood's the halftime analysis. I remember he was so funny back at when he was the coach of Tottenham, and then Aston Villa. Not really good runs. Didn't really have a good time with any of those teams. I think is that Aaron Ramsey next to him. Yeah, that is Aaron Ramsey. Got our first trophy after 10 years. Yeah, they're just showing the Huang chance. Just everybody's upfield. And the Timber got there just to put him off slightly. I mean, if that was Haaland, that would have been a probably much clearer opportunity. I mean, this way, looking at these the chances here for Wolverhampton, when they lose the ball higher up the pitch, that's when we need to make use of that space that's in behind. We're just not doing that because we're just punting the ball upfield. Second half should be back momentarily. Maybe let's see what other games are on around the world. Getafe Espanyol 0-0. Barcelona winning against Osasuna to go. Wow. 7 points clear of Real Madrid. Real Madrid giving up their lead in the league. Bundesliga, Leverkusen beating Köln. Leverkusen are up to 4th place. Leipzig, I think they won the other day, didn't they? Did Leipzig win? No, they lost to Union Berlin. So if Dortmund win, they go to 31 points. 6 points behind Bayern Munich, who still have to play as well. Serie A, Lazio beat Parma with 2 red cards. So they had the 2 red cards, and then they scored, and they won. Wow. Atalanta beating Cagliari. PSG beat Metz. Rennes beat Brest. Coventry beat Bristol earlier on. And that means they move 12 points clear of playoff places. And they 5 points clear of Middlesbrough. So Coventry, Frank Lampard doing good things there. It'd be interesting to see, somebody like Coventry, somebody we haven't seen in the Premier League in a while. Teams like Coventry, Middlesbrough, Preston, Millwall, Ipswich were there last season, and then Hull. I mean, just going further down the list, you got Stoke, who haven't been there in many years. Leicester, don't want to see them again. QPR, Southampton are making their way up the table. Wrexham in 14th place, the Hollywood club. So Chelsea won 2-0 against Everton. And that's their lineup. So James in defensive midfield. Did James play? Because James was really good against us when we played Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and then he got benched for the game against Leeds, which they lost. I mean, Enzo Maresca doing a lot of rotation. A lot of rotation in that game, which ultimately cost them, didn't it, against Leeds? They were not themselves that game. And then we went and beat Brentford, and then lost to Aston Villa. And as we saw... Oh, what is this? Come on, start game. As we saw against... Oh, I gotta stop the timer. Wow. Completely forgot about the timer. We keep forgetting about the timer, don't we? Here we go. Second half should be underway. Mikel Arteta, hopefully he lit a fire under this team's backsides. I wonder if any changes are going to be... Ooh, Odegaard's not sitting next to Marino, so Odegaard could be coming on. Jesus is in there as well. So let's see what the changes are going to be. A big 45 minutes coming up for Arsenal. We clearly need to win. Yeah, no changes being made, but they are warming up. Looks like Jesus and Odegaard. The referee's going to kick us off soon. There we go. Second half underway. Let's go. Big second half coming up for Arsenal. Not concede a goal and score a couple as well. Here's Gyökeres. Good. Getting more involved now. Good from Saka. Let's do it. While their players are getting back into position, and Luis Skelly's just almost lost it, but does well to keep hold of it. Come on, guys. Let's get a goal before the fans are back in their seats. Timber trying to thread it through to Saka. It's going to go out for a throw. No. Wolverhampton do well. Here's Strand Larsen. Saliba does well. Big 45. Let's go. Eze. Rise to Eze. Rise to Eze, yep. Eze to Saka to Eze. Luis Skelly's standing in an open position. Go. Goes. Okay, now he's covered. So Wolverhampton, they got 2 backs of 4, it looks like. Martinelli. Zubimendi. Oh, poor pass from Zubimendi. And Hincapi does well to just put Hwang off. Guys, if they score from an error from us, I'm gonna be furious. Saka, Eze, Zubimendi. Don't play any risky passes, Zubimendi. Saka, just cross the ball. Byline and Martinelli back in. Timber! I couldn't catch it cleanly. No, not Timber, sorry. It was Luis Skelly. Yeah, here's Timber. Back to Saliba. Come on, good positive start. Hincapi. To Martinelli. Hincapi, Saliba. Timber. Saka's wanting it. He's got somebody on him now. Saliba. Timber to Saka. 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 Oh, lovely from Saka to Timber. And ooh, just slipping as he tried to play that ball. Eze. Hincapi's done really well. Timber. Ball in. And a bit of an unconventional, and that's come off Hincapi's hand, but mate, referee blows free kick. Not really sure what Hincapi could have done with that. Completely unintentional. I mean, it just gives Wolverhampton just some breathing room. It's been all us in the opening 3 minutes so far. Okay, so Johnson's going to hit the ball into our box. Now, this is when, if we win the ball, we need to keep it and make use of the space that's going to be. We need to score with counter-attacks. It's finding it hard to break them down. So ball over the top. Hincapi wins it. Eze does well. Here's Lewis Skelly back in. Martinelli can't get it. Zubimendi and Gyökeres hold up and run. It's given a foul against Gyökeres. Again, Johnson's going to come up. He's saying he's holding his clock. He is holding his watch, saying that I am adding to it. This will all get added in the second half. I mean, at the end of the second half. Let's hope we don't need him to add more minutes on in the second half. That looks like it's going to go all the way out for a goal kick. Rice going to take it quick here. Here's Rice. Quickly before they fall back into their deep positions. Rice to Eze. Transition football, let's go. Eze. Saka. Timber. Here we go. Hincapi. Hincapi's done well so far this half. Oof. Pulled back there from Huang on Saka. Time is up. Time is up and running. Just had to check. Sometimes I forget to turn it on. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Arsenal. Arsenal. Declan Rice quick to Saka. Saka, deliver the ball. Come on. We can't lose it. We got all our defenders in the box. You need to make a delivery. Let's go. Hincapi. Rice. Back to Raya. Here's Hincapi. Saka. Rice. Martinelli. Make something happen. Oh, advance. Touch. I'm getting a little frustrated. I mean, just need to calm down. It's just second half just started. Oh, we just need a goal to liven up the place, you know. A goal would be very good. Just ease the pressure a little bit. Huang's committing a lot of little niggly fouls. And they're adding up, referee. Come on. Incapi, Eze. Oh, lovely. Oh, Luskelly. No, sorry, Timber. Saka over the top. Corner. Let's go, Declan. Let's go. Let's go, Declan. Let's go. Another corner opportunity. We've had a lot of corners and long throw-ins. Not the best corner from Declan Rice. It's too low. It's not getting past the first man. He needs to put a little bit higher. That one of the corners in the first half, which went all the way to the far post, and Martinelli was there. Timber and Gomez, Andre just having a little chat. Declan, much better delivery. Johnson does well though to clear it. Lewis Skelly, what is Lewis Skelly doing, mate? Why didn't he go for a shot? Saka laid it off for him and then he tried to pass it back or something. Foul against Huang again. Looks like changes are being prepped here for Arsenal. Odegaard and Trossard are coming on. There's Saka. Saka. Too much. Good to go all the way back to Saliba here. Lucky there. Now the referee stopped play. I mean, nothing in it really. I mean, the defender clears the ball. I mean, I don't know what everyone's why all the Wolverhampton players are all up in arms there. It's a 50-50. The defender cleared it and Saka just tumbled. A triple change for Arsenal. So Marino is also coming on. I like this. I like this from Mikel Arteta. He's in previous seasons. I mean, he's obviously got the depth and he's got options. But in previous seasons, he would keep the same team up later into the game. Maybe even not make any changes at all. But this time, as soon as he's like we said, right? He's gonna give him 10 minutes. Zubimendi drop ball situation. Zubimendi has it, and then we start again. So give him 10 minutes, see what they can do. If you're not going to perform, if you're not going to score, I'm going to take you off. Martinelli did well there to get around Doherty. Martinelli's done really well here. Martinelli! And he's shooting across goal. I think his teammates are going to be quite upset with him that he didn't cut that ball back. He did very well here to get it outside of Doherty. And he's just at speed. Doherty has no chance. And he tried to put it into the corner. And Gyökeres almost, if Gyökeres got it there a second earlier, he could have nudged it in himself. I just couldn't get the whip on it, the bend on it to go into that far corner. Mikel looks very frustrated on the bench. Looks like Eze's off for Odegaard. That was his last action, so Martinelli's off for Trossard. Here we go. Ideally, you'd want to see Trossard starting. And who's coming off? Zubimendi's coming off for Marino. So Zubimendi gets a rest. Potentially we could go with two strikers up top. So I have triple change being made by Mikel as he wants to win this game, and not just 1-0. I think he wants, we need goal difference. Man City, we're on the same goal difference as Man City at the moment. And knowing Man City, they will go on those 3, 4, 5-0 win runs. Rice to Odegaard. To Hincapi. Saliba, Timber. The picture quality isn't the greatest, but looking from this angle, Timber, both their socks are down, Timber and Lewis Skelly. Sometimes it's hard to... Oh, whoa, 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 that's a yellow. That's a yellow. What a wild dive from Juan. Referee's got to get out a yellow card out just to add to all those... You got to add to all those little niggly fouls by Juan. Look at that. He just dived in. Look at that. Oh, that's wild. And his studs are showing. That's... I'm not going to go... Arteta's furious as well. Look at him. He's furious. He's dived in. I think VAR are going to look at it. I don't think it's a red because he didn't really make contact. It is a dangerous chance, and you got to give him a yellow for that. If you don't give him a yellow, mate, I think the yellow card has to come out here. It's a wild dive. Look at that. He does catch Lewis Skelly as well. VAR... Oh, yeah, I think that's a red. I think he's going to give a red for that. I don't know if it's a red card is the best thing for us because... Yeah, he does catch him. I'm not going to celebrate a red card because he did get the yellow card, but I'm not going to celebrate a red because I think Arteta's going to get a yellow card as well for his protests on the sideline. VAR looked like check complete. When you look at that, when we looked at it from the VAR cameras, it did look like it was an orange card, right? You could have given it a red card as well. But the yellow is the least you could do. And I don't think if he gets a red card, I don't think that helps us trying to break down Wolverhampton. Saka, delivery in. Gyökeres flicked on and Trossard just couldn't get there. That's probably the first piece of attacking action from Gyökeres. Tried to flick it onto another player, but Trossard just not there. Again, gotta get the ball to Gyökeres' head. 60 minutes gone. I've got half an hour here to break down this Wolves team who are defending quite well. Even if I think Silva, yellow card. I think that's one of their coaching stuff, isn't it? That's not a player, is it? Oh, come on. Saliba. Saka. Odegaard. We don't want to see any stationary players. Everybody should be moving around, trying to create space. Lewis Skelly to Trossard. Let's go, Trossard. Lovely from Trossard. Lewis Skelly. Shot. Bouncing all around. Declan Rice has it. A little push on the back. This referee's going to give a foul against him. Lovely from Trossard to find Lewis Skelly. He was just couldn't get there. I mean, they're showing the replay of that Juan chance again. And he does catch him, like... it is a wild dive, so you could argue it's probably more of a red card than the Caicedo one. But the way this game is going, I mean... Wolves, if they're hard to break down now, it's going to be much harder to break them down with 10 men. I mean, I guess when they have 10 men, it probably reduces their chances of scoring from maybe 10% to 0%. Foul against Nkapi. I mean, if Huang now scores, then, well... Interestingly, or shockingly, still no shots on target from us. I think it's one of those games. I think the first shot on target we get, we're going to score. Gyökeres does well. Trossard playing a lovely ball to play Saka. Saka does well. Nutmegs the defender. Gyökeres. Foul against Gyökeres. He goes down. Doherty. Is that a yellow card? Yeah. Yellow card to Doherty. Give him yellow cards to defenders. Saka does really well here. And I think Gyökeres does well as well, just to hold it up. And then foul by Doherty. Again, you know, Odegaard and Trossard, these players, they're like this. They get the ball, they want to play these passes, they want to get the transition going. And I think Arteta's catched on with that. He's caught a hold of that. Are we going to get Declan Rice 3.0 or 2.0? I think we go for a free kick. It's a little bit further out, isn't it? But it's a perfect position for either Odegaard or Declan Rice. We don't want to waste too much time on this, though. Are we going to be in for a treat here? Are we going to get a spectacular free kick? Are we going to get a spectacular free kick from our midfield? Close from Declan Rice. Johnson got a hand on that. Did he get a hand on that? He got a hand on that. Just fingertips on that. So it is a corner. Saka, nah, he hasn't delivered a corner in a while. Here's Bukayo Saka. The delivery. Johnson punches it out. Not the best clearance. And Declan Rice is over the top to Johnston. There's Odegaard to Raya. Raya to Rice. Time is running out here. Gotta score. Let's go. Nkapi. Here's Odegaard. Nkapi. Trossard. Looking for the run by Lovely, finding Declan Rice in space. Declan Rice shot! Oh, saved. First shot on target. And it's a good save by Johnson. Odegaard. And that was Trossard finding Declan Rice in space. Wolverhampton clear it, throw-in opportunity. Not a long throw-in, hopefully. Quick one from Timber. Here's the shot from Declan Rice, and Johnson got a strong hand to that, and it's unfortunately not falling to one of our players. Could have fallen to Gyökeres, Saka, instead of falls to a Wolverhampton player. Mikel Arteta looking more and more frustrated on the touchline as the minutes go on and we don't find a way to break down this Wolverhampton team. The assistant, the fourth official, just putting up a 9 for 9 there. And now he's changing it, number 9 off for number 14. Number 9 off and number 9 on initially. So there's Doherty and Strand Larsen coming off. And Chachua and Arokodai coming on for Wolverhampton. Just some tall players to defend the set pieces against us. Here we go, Rice. Over the top, trying to find Saka. Corner number, whatever. There we go. Should be corner number goal, shouldn't it? Come on, Saka. I mean, since Gabriel's been out, we've scored 1 goal from a corner, I believe, and that was Timber against Bayern. Oh my God! It's gone in! It's gone in from Bukayo Saka! What a corner! it hit the post and it came back and it ricocheted off Sam Johnson. What a guy! He's literally... Oh my... Wow. We'll take that. We will take that. It is the jammiest. Look at that lovely ball from, and it's come off the post. No, Johnson hit it onto the post, so it was going in. It's going in, and Johnson just hit it onto the post, and then it's come back off his back of his head. No, back of his shoulder. What did I say? Did I say corner number goal? It should be corner number goal. Yeah. That's gonna be a great clip afterwards. And this is good for us because Wolverhampton are going to come out and play. And a chance to make it 2. So Liba back to Raya. So the all-important goal, we've got that. Here we go. Now just settle down. Add on to this. This is a perfect chance now to add. It'll go down as an own goal, I believe. But... Saka, lovely ball from Saka. That's always curling in. It would have gone in if Johnson didn't get a hand to it originally. But Sam Johnson, who moments earlier pulled off a good save against Declan Rice. A set piece FC strike again. Hincapi, ball over the top. Good to find Trossard. Trossard does well, just too strong from Mosquera. And Andre does well there to put off some of our players, but here's Declan Rice. Ooh, Declan Rice does well. Ball over the top. Trossard. Oh, just too many touches from Trossard. Could never really have a hang of it. But lovely from Declan Rice to find Trossard. Good vision here to find him. And... yeah, just couldn't get a touch. I think he tried to take a shot, but then it just went around him. They're just going back and showing that... No, I think Saka... They're just trying to see if there was an offside in the build-up to that corner, but I think they would have checked it by now, and they would see that his arm was in an offside position. Saliba does well here. Wolverhampton with a cross into the box. Here's Gyökeres. That's it, Gyökeres. Big, strong, hold-up play. That's what we want from you. Lovely. Trossard. Back to Gyökeres. A bit amateur there from Gyökeres, and we get a foul. Gyökeres, player standing right in front of him, and I think he tried to dink the ball over him to Declan Rice, and he hit it right into his chest. But a good hold-up play, though. So we're just watching that goal, and I don't know if he touched it initially. It did look like from one of the it did come off his fingers, but I don't know if that affected the trajectory of the ball. It was going in regardless, and it just hit the post and came off him. Here's Saka. Saka's done extremely well here. Saka, Martin Odegaard. Ball back to Odegaard. Into side netting. Good from Arsenal. Now the space is becoming more and more open. Good lucky bounce to come back to him. Wolverhampton fans wearing I think that's a Christmas sweater. That is one ugly Christmas sweater. Maybe that's the intention, to make it one of the ugliest Christmas sweaters. Timber. Maybe we get a second goal just to ease the pressure a little bit, and then maybe bring on Jesus, Madueke, give Saka and Gyökeres a rest. Here's Odegaard. Timber. Martin Odegaard to Hincapi. Trossard. Positive from Trossard since coming on, as he did against Aston Villa. Good to find Gyökeres. Good hold-up play from Gyökeres, and a shot just skimming the front of the goal. And again, Saka, if he was a second earlier there, he would have... Good hold-up play from Gyökeres. Does extremely well there. Get around this man, and then the shot. It's always going away from goal, and Saka just a second off from an easy tap-in. Gyökeres, much better second half performance from Gyökeres. Looks like another substitution, another couple of substitutions from Wolverhampton. We gotta be careful. We don't want... Again, we should be more than enough... we should be professional enough to keep this up, and then, you know, carry this on. 1-0 win. But again, if anything, you want that goal difference as well. We need to improve on that. Saliba back to Raya. Back to Saliba. Odegaard. Not the best pass from Saliba to Odegaard, and Wolverhampton chance. Juan. Block. Good block from the team. Saka. Merino. Lovely from Merino to find Trossard. Here we go. We have space. Transition play. Come on. Trossard. Lovely ball to Saka. And just couldn't get his cross off. Hincapi does well. Hincapi's... he does well to hold up the players. He again with Tolu had a different name coming on. He did well to hold him up, and then did quite well in the start of the second half against Hwang, and I think Larson had a couple of chances as well. It's Odegaard. Oh, forgot the score. Of course, we forgot the score. We always forget the scoreboard, don't we? I might just put this as well. Get some mood lighting in there. So potentially the last 15 minutes here. Rice, Odegaard. Over the top to... Trying to find Declan Gyökeres. Saliba's got Timber covered there. Raya to Saliba. Here we go. Declan Rice. Saka with some space to run into. He's got Odegaard as well. He will utilize him, just too much on it for Odegaard. Here we go. Declan Rice. Hincapié, Declan Rice, Timber, Saka, back to Rice, over the top to Saka, back to Timber, cleared, Odegaard, go for a shot, mate. Oof, that's too high. It's always rising as well. Couple of changes being made by Wolverhampton. I think their final two substitutions. Huang's coming off, Huang. And Krejci is also off. Who's coming on? Who are these players? Arias and Lopez. And Arsenal look like Ben White's back on the bench. Well, obviously not playing, but Gabriel Jesus looks like he's warming up. Maybe take off Gyökeres or Saka, perhaps. No, not Saka. I think they're gonna take off Gyökeres for Gabriel Jesus. Making his first Premier League appearance since, was it December last year? So almost 12 months since his last, or was it January he got injured? So the changes being made. It's going to be for Gyökeres. It is for Gyökeres. Gyökeres, good couple of plays from Gyökeres. Not the best first half, but I think he's grew into the game as it went on, and then it does help that we take the lead and we get Wolverhampton to come out more. But Jesus on the field. Let's go. Let's see what we can do. Good to see him back. First touch out for a throw-in. Would be great if he scores, right? Very good. It was very saw some highlights. He was very lively against Club Brugge, coming on his direct play, getting some shots for us. Here we go, Jesus. Oh, does really well here. Just not enough to get around Mosquera. Johnson upfield and Timber wins it. Back to Saka. Good. I like how we have more space here to win the second balls. Saka. Rice. Timber's open. Back to Rice. Don't know if he was expecting that. Rice. Odegaard. Saka. Odegaard. Timber. Odegaard. Lewis Skelly. Hincapié. We'll be much more dominant second half. Look at that, 84% position in the second half. Merino. Good for Merino and Rice. Here's Saka. To Odegaard. Trossard. Ooh. You see what he was trying to do there. Johnson thought he was going to go far post, but he... Low drive into the near post. Just missing count. Into the side netting eventually. Johnston for goal kick. We're at the same situation as we were against Brentford last week and a half ago. David Raya clearing it. Where it was 1-0 out into stoppage time, and then Saka getting the second goal to put the game out of reach for Brentford. We want to do that sooner here, though. Wolverhampton making another change. I was mistaken before. They've made 4 changes, not 5. We have made 4 changes also. Sorry, we made 5 changes also. Forgot about the substitution in the first half. Lewis Skelly for Ben White. Ben White's up there sitting with the team and the bench, so hopefully it's not anything serious for him. Raya to Saliba. Odegaard. Couldn't get the ball to Timber. We're 1-0 up, but it's a bit nerve-wracking into the game now because Wolverhampton are playing out more. Again, we should be more than good enough to deal with anything that Wolverhampton throw at us in the final 5 minutes. Good. And Hinkepi does well, like I said. Here we go. Jesus. He's got Trossard. He's going to utilize Trossard just behind Trossard. He still has it. Trossard back to Jesus. Nope. Trossard back to... Here's Merino. Merino to... And Jesus is in offside position. Trossard is furious that that pass didn't come to him. So the final change for Wolverhampton. It's Totti coming off. So centre-back is being withdrawn here. Mane is coming on. Here we go, Jesus. Ball cleared out. Trossard. 5 minutes of normal time. We got Mane's first action against Saliba and Saka. They both do well. And Saliba does really well, dinking the ball through the 2 players. Odegaard clears it, and Merino should have it. Jesus and Merino. Jesus looked like he got pushed in the back there, but the referee says play on. Saying it's a fair challenge for a ball, I guess. Pretty nerve-wracking final few minutes, even though it is. I mean, I can't believe we're in a situation where bottom of the table, Wolverhampton, who've hardly scored a goal this season, of attacking us, trying to score a goal. Well, attacking us is probably the wrong word to use here. They're just playing it around their defense at the moment. They got through. Chance to whip a ball in. Come on, Timber, get out there. Close him down. Another ball whipped in, and Jesus clears it. Come on. Oof. Gotta hold on, right? Again, if Wolves score, I think it'll be more devastating than the loss against Villa last week. Oh, they have a chance. Look at that. Lewis Skelly does well, and Declan Rice clears it. Come on, guys. We need to get a hold of the game. It's a risky football we're playing, right? We're just sitting back and soaking up the pressure from them. We're not getting the ball as well. As soon as we get it in defense, we're clearing it out. We're respecting Wolverhampton here. We're sitting back, and then, one long shot that's deflected, or one unlucky bounce in the box, or whatever happened against Aston Villa for Buendia's goal, it can happen. You can't put yourself in these kind of positions. It would have been good to, help the goal difference as well. Because Man City win tomorrow by more than 2 goals, and they, have a better goal difference. Into the last minute. I guess with Saliba there, we have more, leadership in defense. Just, come on, don't let him cross it in. Oof. Marino clears it. Ball is in, and Trossard clears it. And another cross. And Timber clears that one. Oh my God, what are we doing, guys? Come on, get a hold of the ball. What have we been saying? My God, why have we let Wolverhampton back into this game? Why are we just sitting back and soaking up the pressure? It's a bottom of the table team. What are we doing here? It's 90 minutes and they score. What are we doing? We're just sitting back. And we're like, oh, you know what? You guys aren't going to score. Here, have the ball. What are we doing? Just looking at the replay. So this number 36 gets the ball, puts a cross in, and Hincapié's the one. Just... What on earth, guys? Like, we've been saying it for the last 5 minutes. Like, why are we respecting this team, letting them have the ball? Get a hold of the ball. And Hincapié just doesn't do a good job with his man. He just gets the better of him. Raya has no chance. Easy header, really. Easy header, really, for them. I mean, listen, you don't bottle the league away to S. Well, now we're gonna play. Now we're gonna play. Okay, cool. What is going on with the stream? What is this? What the hell is this quality? Look at that position, last 10 minutes, 72 to Wolverhampton. What on earth are we doing? Why are we just soaking up position? Hold the ball, kill off the game. But no, let's just sit back. They brought on a tall striker. Let's just sit back and let them have their day. Unbelievable, man. And now all of a sudden, now we're going to just turn it on, right? We're going to turn it on and get a goal. What is this decision? I just don't understand this decision. Oh, fucking hell, man. Look at that. Just can't even get two passes together because we've been just sitting and launching the ball into their field last 10 minutes. So now we don't even know what two passes together is. This is the game when you know, you don't win this game, that's it. Like, I don't really care. People can say, this is bottling it. Not losing away to Aston Villa, not drawing away to Sunderland or Chelsea, which were all tough games. This is the game. If you don't win this, this is the definition of bottling it. You don't beat bottom of the table. Oh, Gabriel Jesus. Jesus has arrived. Saka with I'm not going to take back what I said because obviously Wolverhampton scored, but good response. Good response. I'll give him that. Good response from Arsenal and beautiful play from Saka to put the ball in. And I mean, this is the reverse. This is their Aston Villa moment. That's for Wolverhampton. Our match is not over yet, but that's their Aston Villa moment. Saka. Lovely ball from Saka. Jesus. Does it come off? Does it come off Mosquera or does it come off of Jesus? Oh, no, it's an own. It's just two own goals. It comes off their own play. Oh my god! It came off their own player. Jesus doesn't even touch that ball. His presence is enough to put them off. That is heartbreaking if you're a Wolverhampton fan. We do not care. We will take this. Two own goals, whatever. No more soaking pressure. Hold the ball. Jesus does really well there. Good job. I was just going to say, one thing we don't have is... Oh, he's gone down there. Ball's going to go all the way back to Raya. Just hold the ball, Raya, mate. No rush, no rush. We have been incredibly lucky. As if the universe is saying, win the league. Like, I'm going to hand out a few of these a season. I've given you 2 own goals today. Win the league. Trossard does well. Good from Trossard. A quick throw from Wolverhampton. Hincapié should deal with that. He does deal with it, but it's going out for a throw in. Come on, 20 seconds left. Don't do this again. We don't need this. Come on. Mosquera is eager to get it going. Oh yeah, forgot about the score again. Who gets a yellow card? Is it Mosquera gets a yellow card? Yeah, another yellow card for Wolverhampton. Long throw for Wolverhampton. Mosquera an own goal and a long throw and opportunity now. Let's deal with this, guys. Come on. This is last play of the game. Last play of the game. You deal with this. You get the 3 points. Marino does well. And Jesus has it. Trossard over the top to Jesus. Let's go 3-1. Opportunity. Jesus. Go yourself, mate. Go all the way yourself. And pass straight to Johnston. A shot straight to Johnston. Looked more like a pass that. Referee is still adding time here. Got more to deal with. Saliba does well. Odegaard, hold the ball. Don't. Okay, I guess under the pressure, that's what you could do. And Saka's going down. It is a free kick. And is that game set match or what are we doing here? I mean, we have been extremely subpar. Sorry, I got mispronounced your name, mate. You get a yellow card. as well. So 4 yellow cards for Wolverhampton today. And this should be the last chance, really. If we can get a goal, it'll be icing on the cake. But 2 own goals. The universe is saying, guys, go and win the league this season, right? Just do it. I'm not going to give out too many of these this season. Jesus has done extremely well there. Odegaard's done well here as well. We still have the ball and Odegaard back. The referee doesn't want to blow the whistle. Not sure why. He's going to let them take the goal kick. Mate, we have 2 minutes added on top of that. Come on. I don't know what the stoppages were for. There we go. We did it. Win a lucky 2-1 victory against Wolves. And by lucky, I mean 2 own goals. One from a corner and the other one... the defender hitting it into the back of the... We were far from the best team today. We were not good. Maybe it's the fatigue again, hitting in, creeping in. But this is not the time in the season where... Or actually, maybe, you know, this is the time in the season where you just want to get the bad performances out of the way. You don't want it coming in the second half of the season. So a game that we normally would have drawn. I think last season we draw this game. I think this season we push on and we get the... Look at 2 own goals. Oh man, Wolverhampton. It's unfortunate if you're Wolverhampton, but we gotta win the league. So we're not worried about what the other team's doing. Wolverhampton, if they play like this, if they've played like this the whole season, I don't think they would be where they are at the moment. We didn't make them look like a team that's bottom of the table with no wins to their name. But again, after we scored, I think the last 10 minutes leading up to their goal, some not the best football by Arsenal. We just sat back, but we'll take the win, and we're back to 5 points clear of Man City and 6 points clear of Aston Villa, and they have games coming up tomorrow. I think the narrative will be about how Arsenal struggle to beat bottom of the table team, but I think the upside of that is that this is what title, as people have always said, this is what title winning teams do. You grind out a victory. You do whatever it takes to get the 3 points. And I think that's what we did today. We were not at our best, but we leave here today with 3 points. And that's all you can ask for. And that's what all we asked for at the start of this game. Get the 3 points. The performance, you have a week rest now before the game against Everton. Get the 3 points. Maybe we'll have some players back for that game. First half was dreadful. Second half, as soon as Odegaard and Trossard came on, I think the game switched. I think we need Trossard starting games. I think Martinelli is a good option off the bench to get a goal on the counter attack or make use of our the tired legs on the defense. But apart from that, Eze, another worrying performance from him. Not the best first half from Eze. Saka, brilliant as always. His 2 deliveries from Saka leading to 2 own goals. You can't fault Saka. He's the star boy, isn't he? Lewis Skelly coming on, bright player for us as well. I'm working on a template for a match ratings, so hopefully I can get that up and running as well. But I mean, just looking at briefly. Raya, let's just say, number 5 for average. I think Raya maybe give a 6. 5. I'd give Raya 5. He didn't have much to do. He had that one Hwang save that came straight at him in the first half. Couldn't really do anything about the goal, so I'd give him a 5 for that. Just looking at who else was playing. Timber, good as always. I'd give him a 6 or a 7. I'd probably give Timber a 6. Hincapi, probably at fault for the goal. But Hincapi maybe a 6. I mean, at the start of the second half, he was quite good. Saliba, assured as always, couldn't really do much on that goal. Maybe give him a 5. Ben White came off too early. Don't really have a rating for him. Zubimendi, almost they scored from him giving away the ball in the first half. Maybe Zubimendi gets a 5. Rice, active as always, maybe give a 6 to Rice. Saka, I'll give a 7. His deliveries were really good. He always found himself in dangerous positions. Eze, I'll probably give a 4. Not the best first half performance. Martinelli as well, I'll probably give a... Martinelli was lively, and he had that chance before he got substituted. So I'll probably give a 5 or a 6 to Martinelli. Gyökeres grew into the game. He wasn't really good in the first half, but he grew in the second half. And he had that chance again just before being subbed off. Maybe Gyökeres, I give maybe a 6 for Gyökeres. People coming off the bench, Lewis Skelly, I'll give a 6. He was really bright coming on in the first half. Kind of just blended into the game in that second half there. We had Merino maybe a 6. Came in, did an okay job in midfield. Odegaard probably another 6. Again, he was very good, dictating the play. But then, he had that one shot as well. Maybe 6 is fair for him. Jesus, I'll give a 6. If he scored, I would have given him a 7 or an 8. But it ended up being an own goal, so I'm happy with that rating. Probably man of the match today is probably Bukayo Saka, because 2 goals we got both from his deliveries. Dangerous balls into the box. Wolverhampton couldn't deal with it, especially the corner. So we go from that, and we'll see if we can do like a little template going forward. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Good 3 points. On to Everton in a week's time. Away to Everton as well. So we need to better performance than this, because last season we drew there. Although it was in between some Champions League matches, or it was before the Real Madrid match, so you can understand why we drew. But this season, we need that victory. So next week at the Phil Dickinson Stadium, and we'll see you guys there in a week's time. So thank you for watching. Have a good week, Arsenal fans, and hopefully Crystal Palace do us a solid tomorrow. Unlikely, but let's hope, right? So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in a week's time against Everton.